What's going on, VC? Joachim here. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Sadly, it's time to go back to the grind. But anyways, life's beautiful. We're still here. So, a lot to be grateful for. I intended to do a video focus on Swedish punk this weekend, but I was assigned to work this weekend, and yeah, I don't have time to do that. I already pulled out the records, but I'm gonna have to do some, research, take some notes to provide, a little bit more information, just rather than me just saying fantastic, great, classic. So, but anyways, during this weekend, I have the records that I listened throughout the weekend, and while I was going to file the records, I just decided, well, yeah, those are essential, so why not do a video sharing what I think are records that everybody should have. If you're into punk, if you've been into punk for a while, you know all these records. If you had no interest into punk until now, this will be what some will consider a starter kit. They're all fantastic, essential. Yeah, so I'm gonna share with you guys what I think are records that everybody should have, or at least listen to it. So let's start. 1982 Riot City Records from England. Abrasive Wheels, When the Punks Go Marching In. This record is flawless. This record is from a time that the newspapers would say that punk was dead. Well, this is a testament that punk was alive and kicking back then. Fantastic. This is a classic. This is one of those UK 82 classic bands. Catchy, mid-tempo, some anthemic ragers in here. It's a classic. Next one up, a band. This record is from 1981 on Wed Records. This is not the original. This is a limited edition of 500 copies from 2008. According to these cogs, costs twice as much as the original pressing. That's some serious bullshit. But anyways, this is the Addicts, Songs of Praise, which is my favorite Addicts album. I love everything by them. If you're not familiar with Addicts, you can tell that they took the Clockwork Orange aesthetics and make it their own. So super. This is like 77 pogo punkish, festive, beautifully played punk rock. It's a classic. Next one up. Keep revisiting this record. Loved by many, hated by many more. 1982 on WXYZ, the almighty anti-Nowhere League. We are the league, man. Motorbikes, leather and bondage. This is a rocker, man. Anyone that likes rock and roll, like this. You don't need to like punk rock to appreciate this record. This is pure tough as nails rock and roll classic. 1983 on CD Presents. Originally formed in 1977 in San Francisco. If there's a band that I think should be credited as the beginning of the Riot Girl thing, should be the Avengers, with the amazing Penelope Houston as lead singer. This is absolutely classic. We Are the One. Open Your Eyes. Yeah, classic. Record that I've showed 1,000 times. Gotta show it again. 1982 No Future Records, Blitz, Voice of a Generation. Yeah. This is like the epitome of 80s punk rock. Classic. Hold on. I don't know if you guys realize, but sometimes I talk to the camera, but I'm actually thinking loud. I'm talking to myself. Anyways, classic record, 1978 on M's record. On M's, The Boys, debut. If there is a band that from the early 70s, 77 era, that really could play and bring that well-played Chuck Berry's rock and rollish sound to the mix, was The Boys. I'm biased on them. I love The Boys. I gotta say this. I love Cock Sparrer. Cock Sparrer is up there as one of my favorite bands. The only band that I've seen overshadowing Cock Sparrer in concert, sharing the stage and overshadowing Cock Sparrer, was The Boys. Amazing. Classic. 1982. Again, I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but I'll say it again. You should have or listen to all these records. Came out on cassette originally on Roar. Bad Brains. I don't know. This is from 1997. I don't know if it is the first time they came out on vinyl. I don't know. Anyways, Bad Brains. What can you say about Bad Brains? They're like godfathers of hardcore, but no one was ever even close to replicate the energy, the musicianship, and sentiment that Bad Brains brought, you know, to the scene. Plus, it's one of the first all African American bands playing punk rock. This is more than a classic. 1983, Cigar Records. For the ones that listen to, hear the word oi, and they, ooh, that's not for me. I don't like that shit. Well, you should like this. Business, Suburban Rebels. If you don't like oi, go check the song The Employer's Blacklist. Go check Real Enemy. Go check Blind Justice or Work or Riot. This is one of my favorite records of all time. This is punk at its finest hour. 1981, Fullerton, California. Yeah, classic. Adolescents on Frontier Records. This is just phenomenal. Still mind-blowing till these days. What these teenagers deliver here, in particular the Agnew brothers, it's insane. So many bands came out of this band. This record is flawless. It's probably, no, in my opinion, is the best record that ever came out from Southern California. Right here. Fantastic. 1978, LA. Not just a great cover, one of the best covers ever. Angry Samoans, Back to Samoa. Fantastic record. This is like early stages of hardcore. So this is punk rock to me. It's not hardcore to me. Hilarious lyrics. One of the first bands like to use humor, you know, to create commotion fantastic. Gas Chamber, Thought Killings, Lights Out, My Old Man's a Fatso, They Saved Hitler's Cock. If you're a music fan, you gotta agree that a song with the title They Saved Hitler's Cock is something worth it of your time, at least to give it a shot. Classic. Cleveland, 1977 on Sire. They moved to New York to get their dues, and they didn't get their dues. They blew New York away. Dead Kennedys, Young, Loud, and Snotty. The best, for me, at least today I would say, is the best American punk rock album that came out in 1977. An absolute classic. My dog just stormed in here. Totally unnecessary, but doesn't matter. On Cherry Red from 1980, the record that changed my life completely. It turned things upside down. There was a point of no return from here on. One of my favorite bands of all time. I'm always ready for a debate. Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit from Rotting Vegetables. Oh man, 1978. You listen to this record now and you cannot compare this to anything else. Their musicianship, the sounds that they brought to the table, the surf sounds, the garage sounds, the lyricism of Biafra, it's just like spotless, more than a classic. From 1984, Enigma Records, From Where I Live, Battalion of Saints, Second Coming. This is one of the most ferocious, vicious, visceral, vocal delivering hardcore records from the early 80s. It's a banger, absolute classic. 1979 coming up next. Bel Heroes came out on Good Vibrations. The Outcast, Self-Conscious Over You. This is beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. This is a punk record full of melodies, passion, daydreaming, hope. And on top of that, these guys could barely play, but they can emulate all that in their music, and it captures your fucking heart. That's how good this is. 1986, Puss Mort from Portland. Portland, God knows how many phenomenal bands still to come from Portland. There must be something in the water. There's so many good bands from Portland. But Hardcore Heroes, man, Poison Idea, Kings of Punk. What a record. I think Poison Idea alone are a genre. You know, it's a punk hardcore. You'll say US punk hardcore, but you listen to Poison Idea, any record from Poison Idea, you know it's Poison Idea. So they have their own hardcore subgenre. Phenomenal band. Last but not least, from 1977, another Cleveland band, the Pagans, Shit Street. This came out on Crypt Records. I have no idea, maybe 20 years ago, a little bit more. He has all the singles. This record is great. They released the album, the Pink Album, in 1982 or 83, if I'm not mistaken. But here it sounds way better. So what's this shit called Love, Street Where Nobody Lives, and Not Now, No Way. In my opinion, top 5 best American punk songs ever made. Classic. Anyways, I wish you guys a great week. Don't be too hard on yourself. A job is only a job. Don't let nobody push your buttons. Fuck them. You're working for a paycheck, that's all. And I hope that at least in a week from now, I'm gonna share with you guys my take on Swedish punk. Yeah, that's next to come. You guys take care. Have a great week. Cheers.